guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. It has been a while, hey? Anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to talk about what should I believe. And why do I have this topic is because it's actually not recently, it's been a while. It's very often people come have a consultation with me and ask me, what should I believe? This question comes from things happen around them. People tell them to believe this, their parents tell them to believe this, or even when they encounter certain spiritual option, that people come to the crossroad of their life, they come to have so many spiritual options, and it seems like there's this leader, that leader, and that leader. They don't know which one will fit them better. That's what I thought I'd talk about today. If you guys been following me for a while, you realize long time ago, I mentioned like we first, in order to understand this, you really have to understand several things all at once. Understand, number one, we are all different. That means I talk about the importance of individualities. Nobody will know you better than you. You will have to know yourself. So you realize the life itself is actually a self-figuring out journey. It's not really what you can do for others, but if you ever look back, you'll realize every period of time you are somehow somewhat figuring yourself out. By figuring yourself out, your life will most likely start becoming the way you want it to be, right? So really, to make it simple, life itself is the self-figuring out journey. Understanding that, you will understand the importance of individuality, which I talk about in an early stage of the broadcast. If you understand the importance of individuality, you will understand no one could ever tell you what to do but you, right? Yes, they might tell you, I'm your mom, I'm your dad, you should do what I say. I'm your master, you should do what I say. We are, or they are there simply to provide you a guideline roughly, in case you are lost, you don't know what to do. That is something that you can try, give it a try based on their experience, but that is not going to define your life. Okay, if you understand this is number one, then you understand the second one that I also talk about. We are all built in with instinct. Instinct is something that actually help you to figuring out yourself. This instinct require you to executing it. Does that make sense? You cannot just think about it. You cannot just feel it and ignore it. You pretty much have to try it out. That is, if you feel something is not right, or you feel something is off or something, you kind of have to figure out why you're having that feeling. Back to the beginning. Life is all about self-figuring out, right? This instinct kind of help you figure things out. How? Executing it, right? So if you can understand this whole thing, then I also talk about we come with a survival instinct, right? It all combined together. Use this. What I'm trying to say is try to use this, try to execute it, because if you never really execute it, you never use those muscle, you have no chance to gain your muscle, right? So most likely as you grow older, you will still continue listening to what people tell you to do, because you never really have chance or time to develop your own muscle. So if you understand what I'm trying to tell you right now, then you will most likely understand. When many of you come to me with various questions, very often ask me, I recently followed this master, should I believe him or her or something like that? I personally don't like to comment, and especially comment about anyone, specific someone. The reason of that is, if you know me well, you'll realize there's no right or wrong thing of the things that you encounter in life. I myself encountered a lot of right thing or wrong thing, good thing or bad thing. If I ever look back, I say I'm grateful all those things happen, because I start to understand things happen in my life for a reason. So you'll realize when you guys bring it to me with a question, feeling confused, honest with you, I would say majority of you already know what the answer is. You just need me to validate it. You guys already kind of figure yourself out, but you just need someone else to give you that confidence or validate what your feeling is, right? That feeling like I seem to already know the answer, refer to what I said earlier. That's your instinct. Use it. If you already know something's off, most likely something's off. When you meet someone and feel like there's something off about that, it may or may not mean something's off about that specific person, but it could also mean right now, right here, is not a time for me to understand this, or it's just simply not a time for me right now. You know what I mean? So I bring back to what I said earlier. Everything on the universe, there's no right or wrong, good or bad. Put it to your perspective. There's no right or wrong, good or bad. So anything I encounter right now, I may or may not have a feeling about, is my only feeling that guide me, not them, me, to walk my path. You know what I mean? So recently I got several followers, many of you come write me letters saying, many years ago, you guys already know me many years ago, but then some reason you hate me then, but you love me now, and then you feel guilty about it. Don't. What I'm trying to say is don't. Or you probably love me then and you hate me now. You know what? Don't worry about it. What I really say is really don't worry about it. The reason of that is I come to this point, I start to understand things happen in your life for a reason. There may be a reason you're not supposed to understand what I say, or simply what I got to share is not supposed to help you on your path. Understand one thing, this life is all about you. This life is your life. You come with a sense or instinct that's supposed to help you grow. People don't only grow from good thing. People also grow from experience bad thing. So good thing or bad thing, it doesn't matter. But trust yourself. Not me. Not me. not anybody around you. We don't live your life. At the end, you live your life. But all those muscle ain't gonna go anywhere unless you executing it, trying it, and testing it out. So treat every experience that you encounter, good or bad, as a chance to make yourself grow. So if you can look at it that way, then you realize, come back to my title, what should I believe? Simply doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Because what you believe to believe may or may not apply to other people. So anyway, this episode is simply encourage you guys, if you want to grow confidence, you want to live a happier life, you want to go to that past or that future that you always wanted, you cannot go there without making any effort. So the effort I've been telling you or sharing with you is you have to try your own life out, because only you know what is better fit for yourself, and no one could ever make that decision for you. So if you really want to gain a muscle, you want to have a better instinct, you want to better know what fit me better, try it out. That's all I'm asking. So anyway, instead of coming to me, I'm sure I can give you my personal opinion, as you would say, well, that's just my personal opinion. But I seriously believe you already know what the answer is, right? So thinking without doing is just, if you think, people think a lot. The reality is, another side topic, a lot of people would come to me and say they watch my episode over and over and over and over. They probably watch it 4 or 5 times, but then their life is still not changing and they don't know what's wrong with it. Let me answer your question all at once. You don't know what's wrong with it. It's because you spend too much time watching it. You spend too little time doing it, because you can just watch my episode once and then keep doing it. Then you'll realize it makes changes. But if you're simply gonna sit at home and watching it, it doesn't matter how evolved you think your brain is. Your life, your body, your attitude, your way of thinking toward life ain't gonna change anything if you don't executing it. So if you still have that question, want to ask me why my life is not going anywhere, here to answer you, because you are not doing it. Go outside and live a life. Trust me, it will work way better than just sit at home and watch my broadcast. I still encourage you to watch it. I still encourage you to click the commercial. But I will encourage you to live your life more. So anyway, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye.